Alright, now on to Sonic Unleashed, the last game to come out for the Wii, before Black Knight. Alright, we start in space. Yes. You know, sometimes I wonder, why doesn't Sega just make a movie already? I mean, the opening cinematics for these Sonic games are getting more and more elaborate. As we zoom in on Dr. Eggman's gigantic space fleet with his huge mothership, and he's laughing maniacally that this would have made a great intro to a Pixar movie. And look at Sonic's introduction. No explanation how he got there. He just shows up on in a ball of fire. I mean, this is cool. Everything here. Of course, it's very long, so I'm just gonna cut short here. We skip ahead to where he transforms into Super Sonic and starts smashing the crap out of everything. And we start with a actually rather entertaining chase sequence where Super Sonic pursues the Eggmobile, blowing the crap out of everything behind him. This is kind of like Monsters vs. Aliens meets Star Wars. I mean, look at all the stuff that's blowing up, all these cool ships. I mean, this does look incredibly cool. I would have watched the movie about this. I totally would have. I even would have paid $10 to see it in theaters. But let's skip ahead to the end. Robotnik took the power of the Emerald. Sonic turns into a werewolf because of Dark Gaia. Werewolf, not werehog, or hog-wolf, hedge-wolf, whatever. Anything other than werehog. And then he falls down from space and apparently survives this somehow. And the game begins. First you have the hub world. And by hub world, I mean a picture of a small town. Yes, I'll go into the 360 version and how much I hated the hub world there some other time. But let me just show you the Wii's version of the hub world. It's just a city. You focus on a guy, talk to him, he gives you your information. Nighttime comes, you talk to another guy, they say different things, and then you go into the Sacred Shrine. This entire hub world experience probably adds maybe 1 or 2 minutes to your game time. So it's very concise and gets you to the levels faster. Then you have this brief little temple area, which is basically just a big, nicely rendered room. You can run around in it if you want, but really it's just here for this door that leads to the daytime stages, the other door which leads to the nighttime stages, and some of them have a third door which leads to a special boss. And then off to the sides, as you collect sun and moon medals, you can open these side doors which contains small areas where you can, you know, find extra missions, extra lives. It's just a little something to explore. This is 100% optional. If you don't want to do it, you don't have to, but it's a nice little distraction. Nothing to delay you from reaching the stages. Now let's talk about the stages. First are the daytime stages when you're playing as Sonic. Now the one detriment you can say for the Wii version is that it doesn't have as many of these stages as the Xbox 360 version. It kind of plays like I guess it would be a 3D version of Sonic Rush with some elements of secret rings mixed in. As you can see, a targeting site appears on enemies telling you when you can homing attack them, so that takes some guesswork out of it. The gameplay is shockingly fast. I mean, really fast. You can things streak around you. You've been given moves like sidesteps. You can run on water. You have boost mode. And Sonic keeps his iconic light dash. That's something that he didn't have in Secret Rings. And then there's the best, what a lot of people consider the best part, it seamlessly transits into these side-scrolling areas. In this case, it really is like a side-scrolling version. Well, it's like a console release of a Sonic Rush game almost. Yeah, this is very close to what the perfect 3D Sonic game should be. It's fast. You do a lot of platforming in a side-scrolling perspective. This is pretty much everything that we ever wanted out of a Sonic game. And then the other half is these Werehog levels. Now, these Werehog levels are not bad. They're perfectly good. They're competent. They actually do constitute a good game. The thing is, they're not as good as the daytime stages. Wait a second. What's this? What is that? It's a map and radar screen! A map and radar screen. It's stuck right in the corner. It tells you the basic topography of the level, your location, where you should be going, and the relative position of enemies you had to fight. Where was this in the last 3 games? Now, the fighting itself plays like, well, it's pretty much God of War, except it's much less violent, and the enemy AI is lacking. I mean, this is Sonic's first real beat-em-up game. It's competent. It's made for 10-year-olds primarily. It's like a 10-year-old's God of War. It's nothing. There's nothing bad about it. And then when you beat the levels, you have an upgrade ring. Again, like God of War. Again, nothing wrong with the Werehog stages. Actually, my biggest complaint is that these 4 guys weren't in the game. I mean, they weren't even hinted at. So, that's basically Sonic Unleashed in a nutshell. It's highly underrated, and I think the Wii version is significantly better.